Andreas. As expected. How does that sound? Indeed.
I suppose so.
However, if you wouldn't mind.
Hello there. Aye. How could this happen? Right. And what's more? What do you say? Indeed.
What's the matter, Rias?
How did you know it was me?
Well, you do have a certain aura. I've come to know it rather well. Just as I know from our recent battles that I need to become stronger.
You've come a long way since you declared you wanted to be a mercenary, Izzy.
I had my father's reputation to live up to, and you and Fred as examples to follow. After what I saw you two had achieved under his wing, I wanted to do the same.
Didn't Zoroark want you to seek a more ladylike life?
Come on, Rias. You know my father. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It's about finding your own path. That's what matters.
I see.
Well,
No.
is that all right? I trust in your ability. As you're aware, it is the time of year when the Granville Church holds its first pilgrimage and performs ecclesiastical rites. And we have been tasked with accompanying the pilgrims and providing any protection as and when necessary. The destination of the pilgrimage is north of Centralfield, in Northfield's Thornbury region. And the route the church takes happens to pass through lands beset with bandits and monsters. Archbishop Joshua will be making the pilgrimage as well. It is vital that you keep a close eye on his well-being. A local girl named Rickenbek will act as your guide to Thornbury. Find her as soon as you arrive.
One little detail plays on my mind. Why does the church need to hire mercenaries? Doesn't it have its own Templar Knights?
There are concerns within the church that the knights alone will not provide enough protection.
I suspect there is more to this.
Yeah, without a doubt. A man of the Archbishop's status would certainly not be lacking in protection. He may simply be testing Duke Hende's claims as to our unit's impartiality. His motives are irrelevant to us, however. We must but do our duty and do it well.
Understood. We shall depart at once.
The rites for this village have been completed, Archbishop. Shall we move on to the next?
Yes. Thank you, Catherine. Count Jordan. Is that you? I'd heard you were leading mercenaries, but not that it was Duke Hende's private unit.
It is as you say, Archbishop. Rest assured that we shall protect you as you make your pilgrimage.
So you run errands for other factions while claiming loyalty to my own. I see how it is. Come, Catherine. We must make for the next village.
Yes, Archbishop.
The idea that this is a pilgrimage in God's name is laughable. Faith may well shine a light on the soul, but the Church are in no position to hold the lantern.
The commander's no fan of the Church, then, despite his affiliation with the Archbishop.
It is not the Church that he deplores, but the use of its teachings to exert political influence. At least, that's how I perceive it.
Really? You think that's the whole story?
What are you trying to imply?
Oh, nothing. I was merely thinking aloud.
Are you the guide arranged by Lorraine?
That's right. My name's Rickenbek. Or Rickles, if you prefer.
Good. Then we'll get straight down to business. Could you tell us where we need to go?
Yes, that's what I'm here for. First, we'll escort the Granville coach along the highway. There are shortcuts, but with the recent heavy snow, the highway's the safest option. We expect to run into bandits, so be sure to post some guards at the front of the convoy. Once you've made it past them, though, there won't be anything else to worry about.
Thank you, that clears things up. We'll proceed ahead of the coach and take care of any bandits.
Quick! Don't let them get away!
I'm not sure catching up with us would be such a good idea for you.
You'll go no farther.
There's nothing worse than men who don't know when to give up. It's a monster! We have to get out of here!
No need. We will slay the beast.
Slay it? But surely that's impossible!
An irksome foe indeed.
Easily slain.
Grave news! The commander has been shot!
What?
Commander Yolzum Jordan is killed in action during the mission in Northfield. It seemed likely that he had been shot by some bandit, or hit by a hunter's stray arrow. But speculation soon began to spread among the mercenaries. Had the commander incurred the church's wrath by helping a faction other than the archbishops? Frederick, Walter Quinn, Iscarion, and Andreas proposed that they take joint command of the unit. They were prepared to argue their case, but to their surprise, Duke Hende agrees at once to their suggestion without demur. The Blue Fox, a hunter as intelligent as they are cunning. It is this merciless cunning that spares not even their own kin. Under the name of this enchanted beast, the four allies form their group, each possessing an equal share of power in leadership of the unit. A stronghold breached. Off the eastern coast of DioField Island, a fleet of warships is sighted. They hail from the Trovelt-Chauvian Empire, the all-conquering mainland military power. The Empire is yet to send an envoy to Alatane, and rumors abound that an invasion is imminent. The royal government asked the Lord's Council to summon a response and mercenary units begin to gather in Eastfield. A month has passed since the Blue Fox's formation. Its leaders, Frederick, Walterquin, Iscarian, and Andreas, have spent this time expanding the unit. This has involved handling military drills and escort missions, as well as recruitment. Then, one day, the unit are ordered to make for Westfield to deal with rampaging demi-humans.
The town is awash with talk of those Imperial warships.
About 50 of them are inbound from the east, with 5,000 enemy soldiers thought to be on board. However, the Royal Army in Eastfield will number 10,000 once assembled, mercenaries included.
Our troops are double their number. One would think our victory assured.
The force being 10,000 strong isn't an assurance. They could very well be a stronger 5,000.
Indeed. The Empire's expansion has always been founded on superior logistics and armaments.
Yes, especially their use of modern magic. It is entirely different to our ancient sorcery. It uses jade not as a catalyst, but as an energy source, draining it of its power. This causes it to break into pieces or lose its radiance, turning it into a lump of rock. Of course, the advantage of modern magic is that it is easily weaponized and requires no training.
If all its soldiers have magic at their disposal, it's no wonder the Empire has expanded so quickly.
Jade has been used as a catalyst for ancient sorcery since before records began. It is bountiful here on DioField, but not on the mainland, where it fetches a pretty penny. Take all that into consideration, and the purpose of the Empire's expedition becomes evident.
It sounds as though their stores of jade are running dry.
Yes, and with vast amounts required for their expansion, a resource war looms on the horizon.
It was inevitable from the moment the Empire's call for negotiations was refused.
They never intended to negotiate. Invasion has been their aim all along.
Indeed. We were right to refuse. And now we must await the call to arms.
What?
What?
To be honest. Using it! You got it.
However...
Why would you? Oh, boy.
Oh.
Yoo-hoo! There we go. Yeah. Oh, boy. Wow. This is just... wow.
Lost for words, Rickles?
This base is so well equipped. I can't believe it. It's full of stuff I've never laid eyes on before.
Well, they do say that Northfield is one of DioField's more Spartan regions. You'll find that life in Central Field isn't quite as frugal. Elm Camp is rather state-of-the-art.
I can see that. And I can see that you think I'm just some country bumpkin.
I didn't say anything about the countryside.
Well, I am a country bumpkin, and I'm not ashamed of trying to make a better life for myself. You and I both know I'm a great addition to this unit. Mock my roots again, though, and I'm off.
If I may, Andreas, I'd like to buy some pure jade. Also, some ancient sorcery tomes and lab equipment.
You may buy whatever you wish, as long as you can afford it.
But these items will benefit the unit. Surely the Blue Foxes have budget to spare.
Perhaps. But you'll need to bring it up at a war meeting and fill in a form for Lorraine.
Well, then I think I'll spare myself the trouble and buy it all myself.
Rules are rules. Being the daughter of a duke doesn't mean you can cut corners.
I am an exception to many rules. Some would disagree, but I soon change their minds.
Is that supposed to be a threat? You would dare threaten me?
Does it come across that way? I imagine you stand up quite well to threats. No, it is no threat. But I will continue to do as I please, and you will not stand in my way. I wonder how long we can keep the peace,
Have you a moment to spare, Andreas?
What is it, Lorraine?
A town on the northern fringes of Northfield is under attack by bandits. The local people doubt whether they'll be able to fight them off and have requested our help.
Won't the town have been taken by the time we get there?
It seems a defense force, led by a veteran warrior, is currently keeping the bandits at bay.
Do we know anything about this warrior?
He is a former knight, apparently, much vaunted for his service to King Rhaegalt. His name is Donovar Sullion. He has served as the town's guardian since resigning from his order.
I have heard of Sullion. His performance in battle has earned him a fine reputation. We must hurry to his aid.
Oh, yes, of course.
The town appears to be relatively unharmed thus far. But the bandits are on the move. We must eliminate them before they can strike.
Who are you?
We are the Blue Foxes. Perhaps you've heard of us.
That new mercenary group, based in Central Field.
That's right.
I see. Then the rumors about your capabilities are true. Thank you. You saved my life.
Sir Donovar, once things are in order here, would you come and visit our base at Elm Camp?
But of course. I owe you my life, after all. I shall come as soon as possible.
Sir Donovar, would you consider coming out of retirement in order to fight alongside us? Having seen you in action against the bandits, I feel that you still belong on the front lines.
I am not retired. I have a duty to protect that town. I cannot abandon it.
Your duty can be fulfilled as a Blue Fox. Defending the kingdom will keep the town safe.
Perhaps you are right. And perhaps our meeting was meant to be. Very well. Long in the tooth I may be, but I shall draw my sword once more in the name of the Blue Foxes. I shall be glad of the opportunity to die an honorable death.
Thank you, Sir Donovar.
Damn it all. What a bother.
What's the matter, Fred?
I was having a quiet stroll through town when suddenly I was beset by a large mob. They were all cheering me on or wanting to shake my hand. I didn't know what was happening.
It seems that word of the Blue Fox's feats is beginning to spread. And it would appear that you're being seen as the mightiest of our soldiers, Fred.
Me? Of all people? Ridiculous. Whoever would start such an odd rumor?
There's nothing wrong with having the glowing adoration of the people.
I suppose not, but I'd rather not be hounded every time I take a walk.
You never know. That popularity of yours may come in handy one day.
That's easy for you to say, when you are too surly to garner such adoration yourself. Perhaps sorting out that pout of yours might improve matters.
That's enough now.
It seems a demi-human swarm is running rampant in Westfield. Word is that they emerged from the western woodlands and are destroying local settlements.
Yulden would appear to be their next target. Our mission is to defend it.
Demi-humans are a menace. Their minds have been warped beyond remedy by Jade. For years now, any who approach those woods have met with an ill fate.
If they can't string sentences together, and they're driven only by the taste of human flesh, well, they're no different from monsters, are they?
Perhaps not. These attacks are not normal monster activity. They're clearly coordinated.
Ah, so that's why Duke Hende and the royal government have called for their eradication.
Yes. So, we wipe out the demi-humans, then identify the cause of their rampage.
Sounds like a good chance to bolster the Blue Fox's reputation.
Iska, I want to move some of our members around. Here's a list of who I was thinking of.
All right, let's see. I have no objections. It's important to have the right people in the right places, I'd say. The question is, who's going to tell our comrades they're being transferred?
I was thinking you could do it.
You realize that people may not take this particularly well, don't you?
All the more reason for you to do it. Everyone trusts you. They'll do what you say.
I'm sure there's no ill will on your part, but I can't help but feel a little exploited. You do seem perfectly happy to have me do the dirty work.
As you say, there's no ill will involved. I appreciate your help.